G'day guys, Saturday afternoon we're going to knock up a damper in preparation for a Christmas trip coming up where we're planning on camping. There may not be any open fires allowed, so we're just going to try a few different things that we can cook with heat beads, damper being one of them. So we're just going to do a basic damper with some onion, bacon, broccoli, some corn and anything else we can think of throwing in there. So just frying it up in the pan, and then I'll make the damper up shortly. I'll roll this into the damper dough and yeah, do some heat beads out in the backyard, just in a little hole we dug in the grass. So keep watching and we'll see how we go. First time we've done this one, so it'll be a bit of trial and error. Alright, so this recipe's a good easy one. It's 6 cups of self-raising flour, tablespoon of baking powder, pinch of salt and some milk. Mix it all up in a bowl, knead it out onto a chopping board. Careful not to over knead it. And we're actually going to put some grated up cheese in as well with the bacon and everything else. We'll swap hands. 3, 4, 5. Alright. Tablespoon of the baking powder. That one was a little bit under. A table of that. Alright, and a splash of milk. Now it does say in the recipe that I'm following to use warm milk, but apparently that's mainly if you're using yeast in there to make it rise. So we'll give it a mix up. We'll give it a bit of a stir to start. Now, I don't know what technically is a splash of milk, but I guess you just add it until you need it. Okay, so a pinch of salt thrown in. Pinch. Now we'll turn that out. We're going to use the old faithful trusty fab slab, which I'm going to do a review on too, because these chopping boards are brilliant. They're camphor laurel, so they're naturally hygienic, antibacterial, all Aussie made, and they work a treat. So it's a matter of just kneading this together. This is probably the worst bit of cooking dampers always, is the gross clag like glue on your hands, which doesn't seem like it ever is going to come off. It's seriously like Play-Doh. Sprinkle a little bit of flour on. Now this is plain flour, but it's only to knead it. What we're going to do now is mix in what we cooked earlier. So we'll make a little bit of a void in the guts, like so. Like that. Bung our broccoli, onion, bacon. I actually would have loved to have been at the Drifter event up in Queensland this year. They had a big damper cook-off up there. Mr. Buckaroony and Tofty did the judging, and yeah, it was interesting to see all the different takes on how people do damper and what they do different. What we're going to do on top, you can't, no way can you have a damper without a bit of cheese, so we'll throw a little bit of grated cheese on top, like so. We'll roll all that together, a little bit more flour just to knead it, and then we'll throw it in the camp oven. So just to show what I've done there, I basically wrap the sides in, and we'll pull the two ends in a bit like a little bit like a burrito, like so. You don't want to over knead damper, otherwise it can get a little bit tough, so we'll just leave like that. Be sure to keep watching, guys. Thanks for your support, and we'll check out the end result when she's cooked. A little bit of flour on there, and then a little trick to it is just brush a little bit of milk over the top, and the milk on the top of bread always helps to send it that golden, crunchy, crispy texture. So, all right, that's it there. We'll let that sit in a bowl for a few minutes. I'll go out the back and get the heat beads cranked up, and we'll show you the end result shortly. Cheers, guys. Alright, so what I'm doing here, guys, I've got a hole down in the ground, and I've brought home some timber, just some pine stuff from work, which burns really well. Now I'm going to put some heat beads in a hibachi just to get it going. Now, the thing is, I had a look at a couple of the camping stores, and hibachis, whether you buy them at Bunnings, BCF, they're not cheap little buggers, 28 sort of 30 bucks. So what I've done to try, went to Reject Shop, bought one of these. It's a stainless steel cutlery container. I think I paid $4. So I'm going to fill that with heat beads, drop it down in there on top like so, get the beads going, and then obviously pull that out, tip the beads in, put the camp oven in on top. Now the camp oven is currently inside on the hot plates just to pre-warm, which you should do always anyway, but I've done it inside just so that it's pre-warming while I'm out here setting this up. Save you guys at home a bit of time. So get the fire lit, get that full of heat beads, and go from there. Alright, so we've got the camp oven preheated. We've got that preheated. We'll drop the damper in, and then we'll shoot it out the back to the fire going outside. So, okay, so you can see the fire's going there. The coals look like they're fairly warm, so I'll drop the majority of them down into the hole, pop the camp oven in, put a couple of coals on top, and we'll check it in about half an hour. That down in there, like so. Put these few on the top. Couple on the top. A good pair of welding gloves come in very handy too. So we'll see how that goes. I say we'll check that in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes roughly, and show you the results. Cheers, guys. Now the worst bit, the cleanup. I'm just going to have a quick tidy up inside here, get rid of all traces of flour, all traces of any cooking, and that way my lovely wife won't banish me from the kitchen forever. So I'll tidy up, we'll check the results shortly. One thing I should mention too, I have ordered some more of these stubby coolers, four-wheeling in New South Wales. Pretty basic design, I just kept it clean and simple. Nice white coaster, black logos, and our motto, stress less, camp more. So these will be available shortly. I'll have them on my website, which is fourwheelinginnewsouthwales.com, and if you would like to order one, by all means check out the details on the site. Maybe comment below if I can get a few comments and a few likes for them. I may even order a couple freebies and we'll just do a giveaway lucky door prize, so to speak. So yeah, check out the website, fourwheelinginnewsouthwales.com. Cheers, guys. Okay, it's roughly 40 minutes now. I could have probably done with a few extra beads underneath from the start. I put 5 under there and I think 4 on top. I've added a couple more on here just to get the heat going a little bit. I did sit some more down in there as well. I'll just pop the lid off though and show you. It's not looking too bad. Look at that. It's looking pretty good. So I'll turn that heat around to the other side, and it smells good. Just see if we can get these beads going a little bit more. It's surprising how much heat these beads do throw out. I've never really cooked with them much before, but amazing how much. There's a fair bit of heat coming off that, so we'll pop that back down. Pop that down, move that in, just to keep the heat on the top, and we'll check it in probably another 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so we're just gonna. I tipped the coals off the top onto the bottom, just for a bit more heat, and so the top didn't burn. And we're going to try a knife down the middle, And if it comes out clean, apparently it should be cooked. And that looks pretty good. And we'll test if it's hot as well. Yeah, it's the tip of the knife's pretty warm, so it looks like it's right to go. All right, so it's about an hour. Sorry, the lighting's a bit dark in here, but the light on our stove top's blown. But that's just on an hour. We will get this out. Now, generally a spatula around the edge works a treat. Just a flat bladed icing mix type spatula. Run it around the edge, just to that's hot. Get it away from the cast iron, and then we might just flip it. Might be the go. So carefully flip it over. Whoop, and she's out. Oh, the smell! Oh my goodness! I must say, folks, I'm pretty proud of that effort. If you had smell-o-vision, you would want to come over for dinner because this smells bloody delicious. The nice bit of a crusty top. Oh, I'll just show you the bottom. The bottom came out really good, so it's not too burnt. Alright, so there's the finished product. What I would probably do differently next time would be to mix the broccoli and bacon all in with the dough. So that it mixes right through the bread, otherwise you've got a fair bit just on the top here and all the flavours down in the bottom there. But yeah, it's worth trying a few different things, so we'll give it another bash. But there's a bit there, so you've got corn, bacon, onion, broccoli and cheese, and it smells awesome. So we'll put some butter on and get into it.